today's episode, I want to bring to you my new addition to agribusiness, and this is pig farming. First things first, I get to my pig's pen. The first thing I do is to observe biosafety, clean my hands, and also ensure that I go through the deep so that I don't bring any microorganisms or any disease or vector to the pigs. Pig farming is one of the, I would say, hyped livestock farming that of late a lot of people are turning into pig farming because it is believed that pig farming brings good returns on investment. And probably today I would want to talk about my experience for the few months that I have been doing pig farming. When I started rearing pigs, there were two approaches that I considered. The first approach I considered was buying a pregnant mother. They are called gilts. Come, observe and take care of them through the pregnancy, give birth, have piglets, rear the piglets, and let the money roll. Then there was a second approach, which is buy piglets, bring them up for a few months, and then understand the business, understand the handle, see how pigs behave, and if you're lucky enough, make some money out of it and sell the baconers or sell porkers, or at whatever level that you may consider good enough. So for me, I decided to go with the piglets because I felt like taking a pregnant sow, all guilt, meant that I would spend so many months before I would even taste the money from rearing pigs. So I threw myself into it, taking a whole 30 piglets at a go, and believing that I will work through and jump all the handles towards maturity. And I had heard that if you give a pig 100 shillings, the pig will give you 50 shillings. And so far, how is my experience? One of the things that I have discovered is for you to have an effective agribusiness out of pig farming, there are three considerations that you need to make. The first consideration, you need to ensure that you have good breeds, and I'm grateful that I got very good breeds. They are all cross. Some of them are a cross of 3 F1s, and others are maybe F1 and F2 and also F3s. The other thing that you need to consider is feeding. These things eat. Depending on the age, right here we were 5 months, we were behind the schedule, and we were feeding almost 2.5, almost 3 kgs per pig per day. Feeds are very expensive, and 90% of your costs will go to feeds. The other thing that you need to consider is a comfortable housing where you're going to observe biosecurity, where the pigs will be comfortable. This ensures that you don't have disease outbreaks, ensure that the place is not overheated, and ensure that your housing has the infrastructure that is needed to support. That is infrastructure for feeding and infrastructure also for water. I went with nozzles for water, automatic nozzles, and for feeding I decided to do the inbuilt troughs and also the circular troughs, so that every pig can be able to access food and water at will and at ease. And having considered that, I am hopeful that the business will do well. And one of the things that I have learned in this business is that you have to do your research very well. People will tell you so many things, but I think there's that thing that works for you. For example, when I brought my piglets, nobody told me that I was supposed to inject them so that they could acclimatize very fast. And what happened, because nobody told me about it, I did not inject them, I did not vaccinate them, and I ran into some infections, bacteria and viral infections, and I had some of the pigs stagnating, which is, by the way, every time you stagnate, just know that you're making a loss. Every day that your pigs don't achieve the required weight, please know that that is money that is being wasted. So do your research very well and don't wait. Even if somebody is walking the journey with you, don't wait to be given direction. Ask for directions and also do your thing. When it comes to constructing the house, I didn't do a lot of research, even though my house looks very beautiful, but I made mistakes along the way, and part of the mistakes I made is, as you can see, the slope is not very good. That means that the pens get wet very fast. At the same time, I was thinking about what will happen after farrowing. And so I made these small cubicles for the piglets. However, the cubicles are so deep, and therefore somebody cannot be able to pick a piglet without getting inside the main pen, which is a mistake by itself. Then my troughs, the inbuilt troughs are so huge that the piglets sleep there. And you end up having piglets soiling the food with poo-poo, and now that food becomes a waste. And in that view, I had to buy the circular kind of troughs to accommodate that. These are the piglets that were sick, and they stagnated. If you look at them, they look small, but believe you me, they are of the same age with the other ones that you have seen. So if you're considering having a piggery, please do your research.